U.S. judge blocks Trump plan to tie states' transportation funds to immigration enforcement. A federal judge on Thursday blocked President Donald Trump's administration from forcing 20 Democratic-led states to cooperate with immigration enforcement in order to receive billions of dollars in transportation grant funding. Chief U.S. District Judge John McConnell in Providence, Rhode Island, granted the state's request for an injunction barring the Department of Transportation's policy, saying the states were likely to succeed on the merits of some or all of their claims. The Trump administration did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The ruling came in a lawsuit filed by a group of Democratic state attorneys general who argued the administration was seeking to unlawfully hold federal funds hostage to coerce them into adhering to Trump's hardline immigration agenda. The states argued U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy lacked the authority to impose immigration enforcement conditions on funding that Congress appropriated to help states sustain roads, highways, bridges, and other transportation projects. Since returning to office on January 20th, Trump has signed several executive orders that have called for cutting off federal funding to so-called sanctuary jurisdictions that do not cooperate with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, as his administration has moved to conduct mass deportations. Sanctuary jurisdictions generally have laws and policies that limit or prevent local law enforcement from assisting federal officers with civil immigration arrests. The Justice Department has filed a series of lawsuits against such jurisdictions, including Illinois, New York, and Colorado, challenging laws in those Democratic-led states that it says hinder federal immigration enforcement. The lawsuit before McConnell, who was appointed by Democratic President Barack Obama, was filed after Duffy, on April 24th, notified states they could lose transportation funding if they do not cooperate with the enforcement of federal law, including with ICE in its efforts to enforce immigration law. The states argue that policy is improper and amounts to an unconstitutionally ambiguous condition on the state's ability to receive funding authorized by Congress, as it leaves unclear what exactly would constitute adequate cooperation. The administration has argued the policy was within Duffy's discretion and that conditions should be upheld, as there is nothing improper about requiring states to comply with federal law. The 20 states are separately pursuing a similar case, also in Rhode Island, challenging new immigration enforcement conditions that the Homeland Security Department imposed on grant programs. The video highlights ongoing legal resistance to federal attempts at enforcing immigration conditions through funding threats. As Trump pursues aggressive immigration policies, the courts remain pivotal in defining the boundaries of state and federal power. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
U.S. judge blocks Trump plan to tie states' transportation funds to immigration enforcement. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from requiring 20 Democratic-led states to cooperate with immigration enforcement to receive transportation grants. Chief U.S. District Judge John McConnell ruled these states are likely to win their case, which argue that Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy lacked authority to impose such conditions. The lawsuit contends the administration policy unlawfully coerces states to support Trump's hardline immigration agenda. Sanctuary jurisdiction which limit cooperation with ICE are specifically targeted. The video follows Trump's executive orders threatening funding cuts and considers with a related lawsuit over Homeland Security, similar immigration enforcement grant commissions.